Hello, welcome back to the channel. I have a card that I'm going to say, I love this card. Like, you know, one of those situations where you have this thing in your head and it just comes out awesome. I think it's awesome. I don't know. Hopefully you think it's awesome too. It's a little bit different sort of card. We've got Stacked Pebbles. Now, this is, it's a die. The Stacked Pebble die. I've die cut it out of some craft cardstock. A lot. I've done it a lot. We've got gather twigs and ground espresso. Now my ground espresso really actually needs a re-inker. I've got it ordered, but it hasn't yet arrived. So my gathered twigs is actually darker. Go figure. But anywho, now I'm not worried about too much about my sponging with this because you're going to see why. We've got, so this is part of the Stacked Pebbles. It gives you a lot of different sort of sizes of pebbles. Funny enough. So I've used those same inks and sponged around the one side of it a little bit more than the other. I've got the jumboed letters. I've got HBD cut out of some cardstock, and as you can see there, some foam. So we're going to use those to raise them up and give them a nice thickness. So that's just cardstock there. So we've sponged around the outer edge, and now we're going to get to gluing. I sort of alternated between different sizing and just pieced everything together. I'm going to save you a little bit of time. We're going to cut out some of this and come back when I sort of at to the point where I can trim some off, use some for extra bits. So here we are. So it's all dry. I haven't done, you can see there, I haven't done bits and pieces because I thought, you know what, I can use some of the smaller bits. I've tried to keep them, the darker edge was at the bottom. That top piece that I just put, you're not going to, don't worry about it. I'm just figuring out where to place everything. And of course, I'm just trying, as I said, I'm trying to keep the darker part of the pebble down the bottom. And just filling in all my little spaces, all my little grooves. I still have pebbles that I can play with in a future card because I didn't know how many I was going to need. So let's just cut out an absolute, like, lots. So we're just filling in all those little details. So what I've used is, as I said, the Stacked Pebbles. I'm going to use I have die cut them, the jumbo letters. We're going to use a little bit of extra black, 1.0, which is just the little sentiments and everything else. We've got the ground espresso, as I said. We've got gathered twigs. And I'm also going to use memento marker just to go around and clean up my bits and pieces. So we're letting the glue dry and I'm putting together, obviously, all my letters and just trying to make sure they are all lined up. Sometimes foam gets a little bit warped, so I'm just sort of pushing it back in, so to speak. So, as I said, I love this card. It's a little bit different. I suppose it's quite different, especially for me. It's a little bit different, but it is a bit of a favorite, and I'll probably do it again because I'm surrounded by men folk, and it really, you might sort of go, oh, I bet that took you forever to go around those pebbles and die cut them and everything else. No. One swoop of the pebbles gets you quite a few. It gets you about 5 pebbles of varying different sizes. And it really didn't take, because I'm only really doing one sort of side of each of the pebbles. It really didn't take that long to worry about it. And because you're working with pebbles, you also don't have to worry about too much. You can see right near my fingers there just before, there's a couple of little extra marks and everything else. That's okay because they're pebbles. You know what I mean? So it's all good. So we've gone around the edge with some ink just to finish it all off. I've mounted that up with foam, and now we're going to play with add HBD. So, which was just, fun. I'm just using a little bit of glue. I've got a T ruler just to make sure they're nice and straight. You could make it a bit easier on yourself and place the B, but it wasn't that hard to line everything up and try and make sure it's pretty much in the middle. But if you were that way inclined, start with the B first. It's all good. So I've got this, I just had a little gooby. I've got this Make-A-Wish that we picked out. I've cut about 5 of the strips. Now these are still a little bit, 4, sorry. These are still a little bit too wide, so we're going to trim those off in a little bit. I don't know, I thought they were the right width, but no. Anyway, that's where we got the memento marker just to go around the edge, just so you finish it off. It's like when you cut out an image and you fussy cut it sort of thing, and you have, like, you're right on the line, and you sort of go around the edge with a black marker of some sort, and it just sort of finishes it all off. So we've raised that up, trim a little bit more off, but because, it's all good. I'm going to use my T ruler yet again and just make sure he's all nice and straight. So, I didn't put any bling or I know I didn't put any bling. I didn't put in clear drops. It's like, oh my gosh. But that is my card for today. I hope you are safe. I hope you love it as much as I do. Leave a comment down below and let me know. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.